Welcome, flag football fans. Are you ready for some running domination? I'm Coach Joe, and I'm going to talk about pro set formation and give you a few plays from my 5-on-5 playbook that you can use to dominate your opponent on the ground. This video is the first in my running domination series where I go over all kinds of flag football running plays. More importantly, I want to give you, as a coach, the knowledge you need to build a winning flag football team. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, Youth Flag Football Headquarters. That way you can be sure to see the rest of the series. So pro set. What is pro set? I love pro set. I've had so much success with pro set in my years of coaching. It's a really great formation, and it works with all age groups. So this originates from tackle football. It was used in the NFL for like 40 or 50 years very prominently. Not so much today in the last 10 years, but I'm sure it'll make a resurgence at some point. It's just too good to go away forever. This formation is also known as split backs, and you'll see that's because we put two running backs in the backfield and they are split out to the left and right of the quarterback about 5 yards deep. The strengths and the weaknesses of this formation. So the pros here, it's a strong running attack. It's really dynamic running, and it's great for short passing attacks. It's extremely versatile. You could easily run 20 plays out of this formation. The cons. So it's a little bit weaker on deep passing routes. You're only going to have, as we'll see in a couple of minutes, you only have one wide receiver out wide on a deep route. It's also got some, as the kids get older, there's increased complexity and timing on this because you do have two people moving in the backfield, and the quarterback has to be able to maneuver the ball to both of them. So it takes a bit of practice to get used to, and some kids will struggle with the footwork. You just got to keep at it, though. Both of these cons can be overcome with practice and keeping at it. So here's the basic formation, what it looks like. So you have the center, the quarterback is under center, and then you have a running back to the left and a running back to the right. They're about 5 yards deep. They form this triangle here. The receiver, the last player, if you're in doing 5-on-5 flag football, you'll have one receiver. If you're doing 6-on-6 flag football, you'll have another one. You can really just put them either in the slot, out wide. It doesn't really matter, as you'll see later on. We'll move them around as part of the versatility of this formation. So here's our first play, the pro set play one. So this is a quick handoff to our running back number 2. So the way this works is running back number 2 goes first. And running back number 1 goes second. Kind of odd. Maybe we should change the numbering, but however, that's how it is for now. So this running back here on the right is going to move to the left diagonally. He's going to go right away. Running back 1 has to wait for running back 2 to cross in front of him or her, and then they will take off on their pattern. The quarterback on this play, it's just a quick handoff. They're going to instantly hand the ball to R2. So what that looks like when it's in action here, so you have your defenders here. Now your center is going to roll and do a little out type soft out pattern, very short, and the whole goal of the center is to set a screen or a pick for this guy. Now, rules of flag football, you can't make contact, but you can teach your kids to make a visible screen or stand in front of the direct path so that this guy has to stop and go around in order to get a shot at that flag. And if done right, hopefully he'll be gone on his way out to the sideline. Now, the running back wants to continue out, okay? So they're not, that you must coach them not to immediately cut back into the middle. That will wreck the play. And you won't have as much success if they get in the habit of making that cut back inside. You always want to get to the sideline. You get to the sideline, you win in flag football. So they're going to continue out here. This receiver is going to do the same thing. They're going to attempt to, what I call, attack the defense. They're going to run the route right at the defender. So the defender is preoccupied with covering them on a pass route and get here. Okay, a little bit to the inside of this D-back right here. So what that does is that one is going to, again, screen them from making a direct route inside, hide the handoff a little bit. It'll also, cause him to have to, if he follows, he's going to have to take a step back to come out and make this play. So what you end up having is your running back with the ball now has a one-on-one with this defender who is hopefully slightly out of position. They've hopefully moved slightly in here to cover and then have to move back. So for me, if you get a one-on-one with a good runner versus a defender, it is in your favor. It is in the offensive favor. Okay, especially if they're not a great flag pulling team, or they're not, if their flag pulling skills aren't 90% or higher, it is definitely in your favor, because if they miss this flag, you're on the sideline, it's a big play, potentially a touchdown. So let's move on to the next play. Pro set play 2, and you can call these plays whatever you want. I just named them very generic. Every coach has their different system for calling plays. So this one is a fake to the first guy and a handoff to the second runner. So R2 is going to come by like he did on the previous play. Quarterback is going to fake this handoff right here, then spin. It's important as they pivot, they're pivoting backwards, right? So they're pivoting backwards. They're turning their back to the defense, and they're coming out on the right side and extending the ball. And R1 is now coming up to receive that handoff and take off. Okay, so on this one, your receiver, you can move the receiver around. The receiver's still out here now doing a deep post pattern, and your center's coming over here to set up a screen from the middle defender or the blitzer, whoever that happens to be. So it looks like this. So R2 runs by on the fake, R1 takes the handoff, again bouncing it to the sideline, a one-on-one, meeting this defender one-on-one, giving a cut to the sideline, and away he goes. The center sets up the screen, hopefully to slow down this immediate trap by two defenders, so giving you that one-on-one. Now the third option for today, the final option, is our pro set play 3 here, where we're going to fake a handoff and go into the pass. So this is where you've been running, you've had some success with running, and now you want to pass. So quarterback turns left, fakes this to R2, and then you're either looking here or here at these two guys. So your read order would go the wide receiver on the deep post, the center, or both the flats. So after the fake, these guys run out and they do a short out and they hang around in these flats trying to get open. Okay, and that's play 3. So you can have a lot of plays out of here. I just showed you the 3 most basic ones out of this formation. You can move, you want to disguise the play. You can line these guys up slightly differently. Like here on the left, we've moved them over to look like it's a different play, but it's essentially the same thing. R2 comes across for a handoff, or R1 comes up for a handoff. Okay, so always R2 goes first, and then R1 scatters right off his hip behind them. Same thing over here. We've moved them this time. We've moved them both over to the left a little bit. R2's more centered behind the quarterback, and then R1's over here off to the side somewhere. R2's going to go, fake handoff. R1's going to come around, receive the handoff. The quarterback's going to have to step out a few steps on this one to stretch that handoff. The receiver now in the slot can put the screen to keep the defenders from rushing right in before they can get going. So hopefully this receiver sets up a little screen. He gets a full head of steam, bounces to the sideline, gone. So that's how you run the pro set formation. And like I said, you could come up with different ways to put your receivers in, different screens, different routes, all kinds of stuff you can do out of this formation. You could have the guys stay on their side and just shoot up straight for a dive, coming instead of coming behind and around, they come up the middle. If for some reason you feel that the middle is soft on the defense, there's a lot of things you can do with this play. Like I said, it's very versatile, one of my favorite plays. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found some good tips to help your team score a victory. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer. Also, once again, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Talk soon and take care.